API Platform supports multiple input and output formats. You can see this by going to /API/cheeses.json to get raw JSON or .jsonld, or even .html, which loads the HTML documentation. But adding the extension like this is kind of a hack that API Platform added just to make things easier to play with. Instead, you're supposed to choose what format or representation you want for a resource via content negotiation. The documentation already does this and shows it in the examples. It sends an accept header, which API Platform uses to figure out which format the serializer should use. Out of the box, API Platform uses 3 formats, but it actually supports a bunch more: JSON API, HAL JSON, XML, YAML, and CSV. Find your terminal and run bin console debug:config API_platform. This is our current API Platform configuration, including default values. Check out formats. Hey, it shows the 3 formats that we've seen so far and the MIME types for each. That's the value that should be sent in the accept header to activate them. Let's add another format. To do that, copy this entire format section. Then open config packages API platform.yaml and paste here. This will make sure that we keep these 3 formats. Now let's add a new one: JSON HAL. This is one of the other formats that API Platform supports out of the box. Below, add MIME types, then the standard content type for this format, application/HAL plus JSON. Cool. And just like that, our entire API supports a new format. Refresh the docs and open the Git operation to see cheese listing 1. Before you hit execute, open the format dropdown and hey, select application/HAL plus JSON. Execute. Say hello to the JSON HAL format, a sort of competing format with JSON-LD or JSON API, all of which aim to standardize how you should structure your JSON, where your data should live, where links should live, etc. In HAL, you have an _links property. It only has a link to self now, but this often contains links to other resources. This is more fun if we try the git collection operation. Select application/HAL plus JSON and hit execute. It's kind of cool to see how the different formats advertise pagination. HAL uses _links with first, last, and next keys. If we were on page 2, there would also be a prev field. Having this format available may or may not be handy for you. The awesome part is you can choose whatever you want. And understanding formats unlocks other interesting possibilities. For example, what if, for some reason, you or someone who uses your API wants to be able to fetch the cheese listing resources as CSV? Yeah, that's totally possible. But instead of making that format available globally for every resource, let's activate it for only our cheese listing. Back inside that class, once again under this special attributes key, add formats. If you want to keep all the existing formats, you'll need to list them here: JSON-LD, JSON, then let's see. HTML and JSON HAL. To add a new format, say CSV, but set this to a new array with text/CSV inside. This is the MIME type for the format. We didn't need to add the MIME types for the other formats because they're already set up in our config file. Let's try it. Go refresh the docs. Suddenly, only for this resource, which, okay, we only have one resource right now, but cheese listing now has a CSV format. Select it and execute. There it is! And we can try this directly in the browser by adding .csv on the end. My browser downloaded it, so let's flip over and cat that file to see what it looks like. The line breaks look a bit weird, but that is valid CSV. A better example is getting the full list, /API/cheeses.csv. Let's go see what that looks like in the terminal as well. This is awesome! Fastest CSV download feature I've ever built. And yeah, you can also create your own format and activate it in the same way. It's a powerful idea. Our one API resource can be represented in any number of different ways, including formats like CSV, which you don't need until that one random situation when you suddenly really need them. Next, it's time to stop letting users create cheese listings with any crazy data they want. It's time to add validation.